It looked as though you were taking it in turns then, was it?
Yes, it was in turns until you eventually dropped out. Of course, by this stage, I think we'd all dropped out, and Robbie was keeping on going now. I think Chris Hensgen had that record of 144.
Yes.
And I think Robbie this day got up to 146. By this stage, Robbie was practicing MTA throwing a fair bit and catching it close to the ground like that, and he was getting into the habit of catching many of his catches quite low to the ground, which is not necessarily a safe practice for this type of event. It was a V-shaped boomerang that he'd made himself.
Was it here that you scored the record for the Aussie round?
I think it possibly was. Certainly it was 1983 anyway, and we got that record.
Which still stands?
Still stands. As on the making of this film.
Well, 10 years is a good time.
Well, there's a great catch. Of course, Robbie's been, I suppose, our most consistent thrower right through the years. He's been in all the overseas teams that have thrown, and generally been quite a good performer. Getting a little drink to keep him going. I think there might only be one or two more here, and he's going to drop it. So don't look away. Yes. We get this one. Yes. This time. That's it. He's dropped it. Because that means it's back to suicide.
Did we get this from the Americans? Or was it something we were already doing?
I think we may have got it from the Americans. Yes, I think we would have been too safety conscious to have
yes.
brought in.
I can't recall it originating here.
Yeah. Now this heading is a little misleading to start with the Guinness attempts. I think we have a little bit more of the Albury competitions before we actually go out to Paradise Gardens and have the attempts. There's Ray Shears, who organised a boomerang competition in Queensland at Ipswich. Another keen thrower. Ray was a Christian brother for a while.
Taken through my van windscreen.
Yes, there's the Patterson's Curse, or the Riverina Bluebell, the beautiful weed, obnoxious weed that grew in the paddocks. It's Ben Loveland. Because one of the problems little Ben had in America when he toured there at the age of 3 was people asking him for his autograph. He had to tell them that he couldn't write. Here's Paul Frunfelder, another lad that I taught in Year 6 and has kept the throwing going, and now and again we get Paul back to a competition when it's in Albury. Evergreen Morris Maxwell with his greyhound. Well, that's a nice catch. Nice accuracy too. Ray Shears. So each man's got his own style, hasn't he?
Yes, you can really notice it when you have them one after the other fairly close like that.
Notice that Chris is wearing a shirt that says the Bunyips. He got the, I think, the Brunswick Bunyips going. This is Joan Byam. Ken Arthur, registering the range. Bunny sitting with little Ben. Michael Ovington